So, you've done it. You've poured hours, maybe weeks, into building this beautiful, incredibly fast Next.js website. Everything is perfect. But now, it's time to get paid. And the second you think about adding Google AdSense, you feel that little bit of dread, right? The fear that you're about to undo all your hard work on performance. Well, that's exactly what we're going to solve today. This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? You obsessed over your core web vitals, you optimized every last byte, and now you have to inject these third-party scripts that feel like a ticking time bomb for your load times. It feels like you have to choose between making money and having a fast site. But I'm here to tell you, you don't. Okay, let's break it down. The old way, just jamming a script tag in your HTML, is a performance nightmare. It literally stops your page from loading, tanks your core web vitals, and it's a mess to manage. But the Next.js way? Oh, it's a whole different world. It uses a special script components that's designed for performance from the ground up. It's clean, it's fast, and it's so much easier to maintain. This is the way. To do this properly, we gotta build a solid foundation. This isn't just about making ads appear, it's about architecting a system that's smart, scalable, and doesn't get in the way of your user experience. The whole setup process really just boils down to these three first steps. First, pretty obviously, you gotta grab your unique IDs from your AdSense account. Second, we're gonna add the main AdSense script to our site, but, and this is key, we're gonna do it the smart way. And third, we'll create a single command center for all of our ad settings so we're not hunting for them later. Now, if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this line of code. This is the magic bullet. Setting the strategy to afterInteractive is you telling Next.js, hey, listen, load my actual website first. Let the users see the content and be able to click around. Then, once they're settled, you can go and get the ads. It's a total game changer for your initial page load speed. And here's another pro move. Do not scatter your ad IDs all through your components. That's a recipe for disaster. Instead, we create one single config file that holds everything. Think of it like your ad system's brain. You need to change an ad slot, you change it in one file. Simple. This is going to make your life so much easier. Okay, with that foundation in place, it's time to build our engine. This is the real core of our solution. We are going to build one single, smart, reusable React component that will handle every ad we ever want to show on our site. And what's so cool about this component is that it has a split personality. When you're coding on your own machine, it just shows a simple, clean placeholder box. This lets you see where the ad will go and style around it without actually loading a real ad or risking getting your account flagged. But then, when you push it to production, that same component springs to life and serves the real Google ad. So what's the secret sauce that makes this component so smart? It's really just three key things. First, the useEffect hook. This just makes sure we only try to load an ad after the component has actually appeared on the screen. Second, we've got the usePathName hook. This is clutch for Next.js. It watches the URL, and when a user navigates to a new page, it knows to refresh the ad. This solves a classic problem with single-page apps. And finally, flexible props. This just means we can reuse this one component for banners, sidebar ads, whatever, just by telling it what kind of ad to. All right, we have a powerful performance system. Now let's talk strategy, because where you put the ads is just as important as how you load them. The goal here is to make money without being annoying. For a list of blog posts, this is a fantastic strategy. You just blend the ads right into the feed. And the logic is beautifully simple. As you're looping through your posts, you just check, is this the 5th post, or the 10th, or the 15th? If it is, boom, you show the ad component instead. It feels totally natural to the user. And we can use that exact same thinking inside a long article. Break up the content by dropping an ad in after, say, every second paragraph. It gives the reader's eyes a natural break, and it's a great monetization spot right when they're super engaged with your content. Again, just a simple little bit of math is all it takes. Okay, now this is a pro tip that will save you from pulling your hair out, trust me. Multiplex ads, those are the grid style ones, are super fussy. If any parent container anywhere above them has overflow hidden in the CSS, the ad will literally get chopped off. This is one of those bugs that can drive you crazy, so just burn this one into your memory. So we've got the foundation, we've got the engine, and we have a strategy. Now it's time for the final tune-up. These are the little details that take your setup from just good to great. A lot of people use Google's auto ads, but you don't want to just give Google full control. The smart play is a hybrid approach. Keep the vignette ads turned on. Those are the full screen ones that appear between page loads, and they work really well. But turn off things like anchor ads and in-page ads because we want to control those placements ourselves with our shiny new component. This gives you the best of both worlds.
Let's talk about the silent killer of a good user experience, cumulative layout shift, or CLS. You know exactly what this is. It's when you're halfway through reading a sentence and suddenly an ad loads in and shoves the entire paragraph down the page. It's infuriating, it's unprofessional, and Google hates it. Ads are the #1 cause of this.
So how do we fix this page-jumping nightmare? The solution is surprisingly simple and elegant. Instead of letting the ad show up and bully its way onto the page, we just save it a spot ahead of time. We basically tell the browser, hey, an ad is coming, so just leave this much empty space for it right here. And this is exactly how you do it. You just add a min height property to the container that holds your ad. So when the page first loads, there's just an empty space with the perfect dimensions. Then, when the ad finally arrives, it slots in beautifully, and nothing else on the page moves an inch. No jump, no frustration. These values right here are a great starting point for your CSS.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We've covered a lot, but it really boils down to a few key ideas. Always use Next/script with that after-interactive strategy. Centralize your IDs in one config file. Build that one awesome, reusable ad component. And please, please always reserve space with min height to stop that awful layout shift. Do those things and you'll have a fantastic system. Oh, and yeah, never, ever, ever click your own ads. Just don't.
We've spent this whole time focused on the tech, on building a perfect system that balances performance and monetization. But all of this leads to one final, much bigger question. A perfect ad system doesn't mean anything if nobody wants to read your content. The technology part is solved. Now the focus has to shift back to what really matters, creating something valuable for your audience.